Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7. Now, of course, it feels great that The Flash is back in our screens for the past month or so and all of that, but it is moving pretty fast. We're almost at the point of the season that will mark 1/3 of the way through Season 7, which will be Episode 6, saying that we have 18 episodes this season. Once again, math with Pagey. Now, in this video, we have a bunch of interesting and cool stuff to go over. A few of the future episodes, the next 3 episodes from memory. There is one thing that I need to mention for those of you that don't know, though, at this point, which would be most of you watching, I guess, because I don't think any major of the public trades and stuff have gone, oh, this is happening. So, The Flash will be taking a 3-week break after episode 7. So, episode 7 will air on April the 13th in America, and then episode 8, the following episode, will air on May the 4th. So yeah, May the 4th be with you. So Star Wars, will we get a Star Wars reference that episode? I have no idea. Now, I don't know about future breaks for the season after this. Due to the fact that the show premiered late, I would be surprised if there was another break after this 3-week break, but there could be like a 1-week break randomly later on if they need to, but that's for us to wait and find out, I guess. But of course, as I said, we're going through a good amount of stuff in this video, so, throughout the video, be sure to let me know your various opinions on all of it. I'm always curious to hear what you guys have to say, especially some of it which might require some theory crafting, because it, adds a bit of mystery to it, the stuff we go over. So let me know all your thoughts down there in the comments. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you're looking forward to the stuff that we go over in this video, why not drop a like on it to show support and excitement. So the first bit of information to go over are the episode titles for episodes 8 and 9 for this season of The Flash. So as I said, episode 8 will be the episode we come back from that break with on May the 4th, and that episode is entitled The People versus Killer Frost. So I guess just like a general law case, but reminds me of O.J. Simpson. Now this episode will, the story for it will follow on from episode 7, which we will go over some information from soon in this video. And episode 9 for this season, which is the halfway point, is entitled Timeless, which, if I had to take a guess just based off the title, could be focused around the original Harrison Wells who returned, which has been labeled like Timeless Wells. So maybe we might learn of some mysterious things going on with his character, or what he'd been up to after he left at the end of episode 3, something like that. Now, I'm not saying that's the episode he returns in, but it could be like an episode where they focus on what's going on and some certain reveals happen or something along those lines. But yeah, the next thing to go over is the synopsis or description for episode 7 for this season, which is entitled Growing Pains, and the synopsis goes as follows. When a mysterious ice-powered enemy frames Frost for a brutal crime, she must find a way to clear her name. Meanwhile, Barry and Iris have a surprise house guest, and Joe continues to deal with Kristen Kramer. So yeah, let's break down that synopsis, as there is a few things that need to be explained and examined and gone over. So the synopsis starts with, when a mysterious ice-powered enemy frames Frost for a brutal crime, she must find a way to clear her name. Now, I am surprised that they didn't just name this this new mysterious ice-powered enemy guy, as the CW put out a press release announcing this character and the casting. So this mystery character is that of Chillblain. Now, in the comics, Chillblain is more of like a Captain Cold sort of copy, but the show could make it that he is like a meta and more in line with the powers that Frost has, rather than like Captain Cold carrying around a cold gun and stuff like that. However, they could go down that route. It's up to them. Now, John Core is the actor who will be playing Chillblain, and we aren't 110% sure if this is the episode he first appears in, or maybe there is an interaction in one of the previous episodes. But obviously, this is going to be the episode where he makes his mark on the season and puts Frost and maybe even Caitlin, looking from the outside in a bit of a frosty situation. Was that terrible? I don't know. Now, Eric Wallace, who of course is the showrunner for The Flash, said that they may be adding Chillblain to more episodes than originally intended because of what they saw in the first few episodes he was in. He didn't say that is 100% happening, so he might only be involved in episodes around that, like episode 7 through to maybe like episode 10 or 11 mark, or it could extend past that. I don't know. But overall, who knows how Frost will get out of this situation. But as I said, episode 8 is called The People versus Killer Frost. So it seems that things don't get better by the end of episode 7. They just get worse for Frost. And while we call her Frost, Central City will still call her, Killer Frost. I saw people complaining, like, it's called Frost, it's not Killer Frost. Well, she's still a criminal, so the city sees her as Killer Frost. while we just call her Frost, because no killing anymore. Now, obviously, Caitlin did set up the whole, like, the criminal aspect of Killer Frost still to the public eye of Central City in episode 4, mentioning that the city is still after her for her previous criminal activity. And I'd assume season 4 when she was working with Amina Black, but maybe season 3 with Savitar as well. Hard to tell exactly which it is, but obviously, if there's previous things that Chillblaine has been doing as well, previous to like the big thing that he might do, then maybe she gets accused of that stuff as well. But once again, that's for us to wait and find out. But next up in the synopsis we have, meanwhile, Barry and Iris have a surprise house guest. Now, this could easily be some random little thing they include in the synopsis that really means nothing, and it's just to include both Barry and Iris in the synopsis. Or it could actually be a surprise house guest for not just, or house guest, might I say, for not just Barry and Iris, like they opened the door like, oh, and we're just like, okay, whatever. But also like the audio, like the house guest could be a surprise for us, the audience, as well. I can't really think of anyone in particular off the top of my head who it could be. Of course, it is very important to remember that the whole COVID situation and issues made it that it would be pretty rare and hard to get someone to just come up to Vancouver to only film one episode and like a minor part of an episode for The Flash and not another show while they are up there. I think an easy choice might just be the original Harrison Wells. Maybe he left and they thought he was gone for good, so that might be a surprise. And I guess he also wouldn't have a home, seeing he has been dead for 20 years roughly. But then again, maybe it's Diggle. I mean, maybe it's David Ramsey, because he went up to Vancouver to film episodes for the all the shows, and he's also cameoing, or he's going to guest starring as John Diggle in Batwoman, Superman, Lois, Legends, and The Flash. So maybe he appears here, but I think I remember Eric Wallace saying that his episode was in the back half of the season, not episode 7. So, like, not in the first half, which is where episode 7 would be. So maybe it's not Diggle, but that's a good thing. I don't know. If you have any good suggestions around that, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. You never know. Maybe it's Nora Allen, whether it's either version, like the mother or daughter of Barry. I don't know. I'm just guessing randomly at this point, but Wells, Diggle, Nora, there's some good options, but if you have any others, let me know. And finally, to finish off the synopsis we have, and Joe continues to deal with Kristen Kramer. Now, Kristen Kramer is a character we will see debuting this week on The Flash, and will be a thorn in not only the side of Joe West, but also Frost as well, by the looks of it. Now, the impact on the show, as well as the length of her stint on the show, is still unknown, but it seems that like the Kristen Kramer character, who looks to be changed from her comics version, will be that standard like external force that comes in to interrupt like the usual proceedings of another authority. It's a bit of a cliche thing on TV, and we have even seen it on shows like Arrow and Supergirl in the past as well. The big question around the use of it is whether it's done well, but based off the setup and who it involves in the story and all of that, which also includes a potential Iris storyline with her journalism, I think the story with it would be pretty solid, but that's just me hoping. And finally, to the last part of the video, to end off the video, whichever way you want to put it, we have some promo images for this week's episode, that being episode 5, otherwise entitled Fear Me. Now, I will just scroll through the images on screen. I think it's 14 promo images on screen right now as I'm talking. Now, the only overly interesting promo images, as most are just of like Team Flash members pondering things or standing in groups and stuff like that, is this photo of Psych, or Bashir, that's his actual name. As I said, I think it was in my trailer breakdown for this episode. Some of the photos of this guy on set made him look a bit corny and cheesy and a bit lame, but these promo images make him look pretty cool, I guess, and scary. Like the mask looks much better in the promo images here, and even in the trailer and stuff, just the way they filmed it. And the next promo image of interest is this one of OG Team Flash that most of us call them, which is of course Frost, Vibe, and Flash, with sort of like telepathic crown-like devices on their heads to stop, Psych's abilities and making them experience their fears and stuff like that. However, as we saw in the trailer, it seems he gets to you through your eyes. So like eye contact is how he gets to you and stuff like that. So it's not like Grodd where he can just, affect you without even have to like specifically look at you, just to sort of connect with you or anything like that. So I don't know how effective these devices will actually be in the long run, at least. Maybe in the short term, it prevents his powers a bit, but then eventually he just cracks you, and then all of a sudden you're seeing a 10-foot snake trying to eat your head. I'm not too sure, but that's how it looks at least. But yeah, that's pretty much all to go over in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. There's just a bunch of different little pieces of information compiled. If you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on what we went over in this video and all of that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.